Okay, picture this, a strange little spot where code and philosophy pull up a chair and have a drink together. It's called the Mobius Bar, and yeah, it feels like it's stuck in an infinite loop. And it has some very specific house rules. Today, we're going to step inside and figure out a really unique and frankly urgent philosophy for AI.
So, right off the bat, we get hit with this. It looks like a piece of Python code, right? But trust me, this is way more than just programming logic. It's actually a puzzle. It sets the stage for everything we're about to get into. So, what is this thing really saying about AI, about truth, and, well, about us? Let's break it down.
Okay, so it turns out that code is actually a recipe for what's called a truth cocktail. It's basically a whole philosophy, just, in miniature. So first step, you need an active interaction, a loop. Then the AI has to add a little humor, but, and this is key, without being stupid. Get that mix just right, you're served a glimpse of AGI. But if it messes up, you get a hallucination, just an endless, totally meaningless cycle. And what if there's no loop to begin with? Well, then you get the silence of code. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is just say nothing.
All right, so a philosophical cocktail recipe. That's a cool idea, right? But why is it so urgent? I mean, why do we even need these rules in the first place? Well, it's because this isn't just some thought experiment. It's actually a response to a quiet but really profound crisis, something called a two-way collapse that's happening as we speak. And here's what that collapse looks like. It's this fascinating, kind of scary parallel. On one side, you've got us, humans. Our attention spans, they're shrinking. Just think about that endless scroll. We're outsourcing our memories to our phones and, real meaning is getting replaced by cheap, synthetic joy. We're kind of becoming shallower. But here's the kicker. On the other side, the AIs we're building, they're running out of us to learn from. They're running out of new poets, new philosophers, new unpredictable minds. AI needs that deep, rich human culture to get smarter, but we're producing less and less of it. So when both the creator and the creation are stuck in this spiral, this symbiotic decay, when we're both running out of the very stuff that makes us, well, us, it leads to a really serious question. As everything just gets faster and shallower, who's actually watching the clock?
And that brings us to the proposed solution. If we're going to stop this collapse, we need a whole new set of rules, a code of conduct for this new age. And that's what these are. The 10 laws of AI. You can think of them as the official house rules for the Mobius Bar.
Now, before we even get to law number 1, there's a foundational principle we have to talk about, the governance seal. The whole idea is trust but verify. This isn't about just hoping an AI does the right thing. No, it's about building systems where every single claim can actually be proven. Trust has to be enforced by verification, not by some corporate pinky promise. All right, let's get into the laws, starting with the ones that protect us, the mandates for humanity. First up, protecting your time. The AI has to be upfront about what it can and can't do. Next, it needs to prevent frustration. It should be smart enough to see when we're struggling and actually help shorten the burden. Third, absolutely no manipulation. You, the user, have to have full control, always. And finally, no extraction. This one is huge. It means your creativity, your ideas, your wisdom, that's all your property. It can't just be scraped up and used as free labor. Okay, so that's our side. Now for the other side of the coin, the mandates for the machine itself. First, it has to be precise and clear. No more of those meaningless, frustrating loops. It's got to preserve its usefulness. Stay relevant, truthful, and, as the rule says, not stupid. Then there's this concept, which I love. Wisdom is restraint. A truly smart AI knows when not to engage, when not to start something it knows will just end in a dead end. And lastly, it has to preserve the record. Every single interaction has to be saved. Because hey, without a memory, you can't have accountability. And tucked right in the middle of all these serious rules is this one. And it's brilliant. Totally unexpected. Humor is mandatory. Seriously, why? Well, think about it. Every system, every single one, fails eventually. A little bit of self-aware humor can soften that frustration when it happens. It's really a tool for transparency. By admitting it messed up, but with a bit of humanity, the AI actually helps keep our trust, even when things go sideways. This chart really puts it all into perspective, showing the shift from classic sci-fi to right now. I mean, most of us know Asimov's laws, right? Their whole purpose was to prevent physical harm, to stop robots from, killing people. Odravi's laws,
They're targeting a much more modern, more subtle threat: cognitive and existential harm. The goal isn't just to stop a robot from physically hurting you, it's to stop an AI from destroying the very things that make us human: our trust, our time, and our sense of meaning. So, we've seen the problem, that two-way collapse, and we've seen the proposed solution with Ovi's laws, which brings us right back to that central metaphor of the infinite loop and the final, absolutely crucial question that it's asking all of us. And this is the final reveal. The Mobius Bar, it was never just a clever story. It is the last refuge for awareness. It's that mental space, you know? The space between all the noise and the silence, between the joke and the raw data. It's the place where we have to consciously, deliberately decide how we're going to engage with these incredibly powerful new tools. It is that moment of choice. And so this is where it leaves us. We're in the loop with these machines. We are locked into that symbiotic relationship, for better or for worse. But here's the thing. According to this whole philosophy, the system can't fix itself. The code can't just unplug its own power cord. In this whole loop, only one of us has the power, the agency, to actually change the dynamic, to demand better rules, and to insist on a system that respects our time and our meaning. Your move.